Hello students, welcome to my channel. Today I am going to start a new chapter, that is structural organization. So in this structural organization we will going to learn about animal tissue. Okay, so animal tissue. So here first we will going to learn about tissue. What is the meaning of tissue? So tissue means a group of cells, okay. Next, performing same function and originate same location. So that type of group of cells are called tissue. Okay, so tissue means a group of cells. These group of cells performing a same function. For example, a group of cells, number of cells together to form a group. So this group of tissue, okay, group of tissue performing same function. These group of cells perform the same function and also they originate from the same location. So that type of group of cells are called tissue. Okay. Next, first in the animal kingdom, first tissues are developed in Coelenterata phylum. Coelenterata, or this is also called Cnidaria phylum. Okay. First it is evolved in the Cnidaria. So in the Porifera, in the first kingdom, in the animal kingdom, first phylum is Porifera. So in the Poriferans also multicellular organisms, which means many cells are present, but there the tissues are not developed. So first, in the first time, the Coelenterata or Cnidaria, in the Cnidaria phylum, the tissues are evolved. Next, the studying of tissue. The studying about tissue. Studying of tissue is called histology. Histology is also called microanatomy. This is also called microanatomy or histology. First, this word was coined by, the tissue word was coined by Bichat. Okay, he was a scientist named Bichat. Okay, so this is about tissues. Okay, so tissue means a group of cells performing same function and originate the same location. So in the animal kingdom, first in the Cnidaria phylum, in the Cnidaria, first they evolved in the Cnidaria. Next, studying of tissue is called histology or also called microanatomy. This word was coined by Bichat. Next, in tissue, in any tissue, two different parts are present. In tissue, two different parts. They are cells and extracellular matrix is present. Extracellular matrix. So in the tissue, different types of number of cells are present. So in between cells, the space is present. So this space, the space filled with fluid, that fluid is called extracellular matrix. So most of the cells have the most of the tissues have the cells and extracellular matrix. Okay, so in animal kingdom, tissue can be divided into 4 types. So in the animal kingdom, 4 types of tissues are present. First one, epithelial tissue. Second one, connective tissue. Third one, muscular tissue. Fourth one, nervous tissue. So in the animal kingdom, these 4 tissues are present. Okay, next we will going to learn each and every tissue. So next, first we will start with epithelial tissue. So first tissue is epithelial tissue. So epithelial tissue is also called epidermal tissue. Epidermal tissue. So here this tissue, the epithelial tissue is present generally. It covers the external body parts and internal body parts. It covering external body parts and internal body parts. Internal body parts. So that's why this is also called covering tissue. So that's why this is also called covering tissue. Okay, so it covers the external body parts externally and internally. Internal organs are also covered by epithelial tissue. So first layer is epithelial tissue. So that's why this is also called covering tissue. Next, it provides the protection also. Next, secretion. It helps in the secretion and diffusion, filtration also. So these functions are etc. So these functions are performed by epithelial tissue. Mainly it covers the external body parts and internal body parts. Okay, next, the epithelial tissue, the epithelial cells always they rest on the or present on the epithelial cells, they rest on the basement membrane. So always they present on the basement membrane. For example, here these are epithelial cells. So epithelial cells. So epithelial cells, they present on the basement membrane. So here this is the basement membrane. Next, basement membrane has two parts. Okay, so it has two parts. First one, so below the cells, basal lamina is present. Basal lamina. Next, below the basal lamina, one more part is also present, that is basal reticulus. Basal reticulus, or we can call also reticulus lamina, lamina reticulus. Okay, so these two together called basement membrane. So in the basement membrane, these two parts are present, basal lamina and basal reticularis. So always the epithelial cells, they rest on the basement membrane. Next, here the extracellular matrix is absent. Extracellular matrix is completely absent. Here each cells they are tightly each other. So that's why here the extracellular matrix is completely absent, or if it is present, very less amount is present. Okay, next it is avascular, which means blood supply, direct blood supply is absent. So it takes the nourishment from the connective tissue. Okay, next it is originate from the any of the three layers, any of the three germ layers. Okay, any of the three germ layers. So what are the germ layers? Ectoderm, endoderm and mesoderm. These are called germ layers. So here epithelial tissue, it can form any of these three layers. They may ectoderm, or they may form endoderm from they may formed from the mesoderm. So it may form any of the three layers. Okay, so it is avascular tissue. Okay, so this is the general feature of epithelial tissue. So epithelial tissue is a covering tissue, means it covers the external body parts and internal body parts. It is also helps the protection and also secretion, filtration, diffusion, etc. Always it rests on the basement membrane. Okay, so basement membrane has two parts, basal lamina and basal reticularis. It is avascular. Next, it is originated from the any of the three layers. They are ectoderm, endoderm and mesoderm. Next, mainly generally the epithelial tissue is present free surfaces of the body. Free surfaces of the body. So in these some free surfaces, in the some free surfaces from free surfaces, it forms the it has stereocilia and microvilli are present. Microvilli are present. Generally epithelial tissue is present free surfaces of the body. So at the free surfaces of the body, it forms the epithelial tissue forms the, or epithelial tissue consists stereocilia and microvilli. So here stereocilia means they are cilia like non-motile structures. Non-motile structures are called stereocilia. Okay, so which are present? Stereocilia are present in the ear, inner ear and reproductive tract. Okay, next microvilli. Okay, some cells, the epithelial cells have the small finger like structures. So like finger like structure like this. At the free surfaces of the cells, finger like structures are present. So these finger like structures are called microvilli, which are helps in the absorption of food materials, which are present in generally in intestine. Okay, here these are finger like structures. Finger like structures. Okay, finger like structures. Okay, so these are the general introduction of epithelial tissue. Next, epithelial tissue forms the cell junctions. Cell junctions. So which means here epithelial tissue, they tightly bind each other. Here extracellular matrix is completely absent. So that's why the cells attached each other. They bind very close manner. So here in this epithelial tissue, they forms the cell junctions. With the help of cell junctions, they attach each other. So three types of cell junctions are present. They are, first one, tight junctions. So first one is tight junctions. Second one, desmosomes. Third one is gap junctions. So these three types of junctions are present in between the epithelial cells. So here first one, tight junctions. So tight junction means they present in between these two cells. They prevents the leakages. Leakages of ions or substances, anything. They prevents the leakages of ions of substances from outside or inside. So completely they prevent. So these junctions are called tight junctions. Next, second one is desmosomes. So desmosomes means here, for example, these are two cells. Okay, so in the epithelial cells, so all epithelial cells, they rest on the basement membrane. So in between these two cells, a disc-like structure, is present. Okay, so here through this disc, some internal filaments, some filament-like structures are formed. So these are called internal filaments. So these internal filaments made up of keratin protein. Okay, these internal filaments made up of keratin protein. So here these filaments, they forms a hook-like manner in between two cells. They forms like this, two filaments, they forms a hook-like manner. So this bond is also called anchoring or adhesive junctions. So that's why these junctions are called anchoring or adhesive junctions, which means they forms a very strong bond in between the two cells. So here the internal filaments are present. Internal filaments made up of keratin protein. These internal filaments, they forms a hook-like manner. So with the help of this hook, they strongly bind each other. That is called desmosomes. Next, third one is gap junctions. Gap junctions, they provide the leakages. Okay, gap junctions provide the leakages. They allows the movement of the ions or water molecule, anything. They provide the movement of the substances. So these are called gap junctions. So these three types of junctions are present in the epithelial tissue. First one is tight junctions. Okay, they prevent the leakages. Second one, desmosomes. They forms a hook-like manner. They forms the anchoring or adhesive junctions. Gap junctions, they provide the leakages. They allows the movement of ions from one cell to another cell. So these are the junctions.